Whoa, hello there, guys. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It's great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. It's Saturday. It's February 7th, 2026. It's great to be with you. And Saturday means that we're starting off a brand new master topic. If this is your very first time joining me, I want to take the opportunity to say welcome and thank you for coming. If you've been here many times and you're coming back, of course, I want to say welcome back. Thank you so much for being here and making Inspirations for Your Life a daily part of your day. I really appreciate that more than any of you guys can know, and I appreciate that you want to improve the quality of your life. So again, it is so great to be here with everyone. All right. So before we kick this off, I want to let you know about believemeachieve.com. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. That's where you can find my short form, my long form, and all kinds of other content, including articles right on that site. All right. If you're hungry, you're thirsty, feel free to go get yourself something. Maybe it's a beverage, hot, cold. Maybe it's a snack, piece of fruit, whatever it is. Feel free to get that and come on back to the show. All right, guys. All right. So we're going to kick this show off. Again, it is a brand new master topic. So again, we're kicking this off here for Inspirations for Your Life. And it's about fear to forward, choosing light, clarity, and momentum. This is, season 5. We're on the air over 4 years and 7 days. So we're in our 5th year. It's basically show 7, episode number 1. And today's granular topic is awareness over autopilot. We've talked about this a little bit in the past. By the way, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I'm an engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, and a passionate lifelong learner. And I want to welcome you to Inspirations for Your Life. This week, we begin a powerful journey called From Fear to Forward, choosing light, clarity, and momentum. This isn't about hype, guys, or pretending life is perfect. It's about moving forward even when things feel uncertain or it doesn't seem perfect, right? Unclear or unfinished. There's never a perfect time. Today's focus is awareness over autopilot. You guys might have heard that before. So number 1 is most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They drift because they're unaware. And I think that's a very important thing to understand that. And they move through their days reacting instead of choosing, busy instead of intentional. Number 2, guys, autopilot feels safe for them. So they just want to stay in that mode, right? But it quietly costs clarity, energy, and also their direction. Awareness is the first real power move, guys. Number 3, when you begin noticing how often you move through the day without choosing, control returns. Yes, it returns. Number 4, unconscious habits quietly shape the future. Yeah, they shape the future. And I think that's something that a lot of people, get thrown on. They don't really understand that premise or why that works a certain way, but it does. It works a very unique way. And I think that's an easy thing for us to do, is to just start becoming aware of the things around us, right? The things around us. And when we do that, it's like, I don't say life gets easier, but life starts to make sense, right? It starts to make sense. And that's important, guys. It's very important that life makes sense, because if life doesn't make sense and you're doing things and they don't align with your core values, well, you're going to burn out, and you're also going to be wasting a lot of important energy. Number 5, guys, pausing before reacting changes outcomes. I've said this before. Pausing. We want to be proactive, not retroactive. We used the example of the fire. We've used example of different things. It could be a relationship issue. If you prepare for a storm, if you prepare for the danger, or prepare for the power outage, or prepare for that storm, right? Then when the storm comes, it's like, oh, I'm ready. I've got food. You don't need to get 72 gallons of milk and 32 loaves of bread like some people do, which is absolutely insane. You're ready. And so being ready takes away an edge off of people. All right. It takes an edge off of people. Number 5, awareness creates emotional breathing room. Awareness creates emotional breathing room. This is why the SATS technique and Neville Goddard has been so amazingly effective, because our awareness, okay, can get us to change, but our subconscious can get our awareness to change. And so I don't know if you guys know this, but our awareness, faculty happens whether we're conscious or unconscious. So we have unconscious awareness versus conscious awareness. So conscious awareness is the things that we do every day and we see. But when things are getting crazy, it's like we suddenly miss stuff, right? Like maybe you're writing something and you miss something on there. You know why you miss it? You miss it because you're going too fast and you're looking at the entire piece, but you're not looking at the forest. You're not looking at that big piece, okay? So that's a very important thing to take into account. Number 6, guys, patterns only control when you don't see them. So that's an interesting quinky dink. So when we are not aware of a pattern, like in, let's say, advertising, right? And it gets us to do something, but once we're made aware of what it's doing, right? Then it's like, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be programmed to do that. And that's perfectly fine, right? Perfectly fine. Number 7, clarity often begins with discomfort. I've said that, guys, before. Observation without judgment reduces unnecessary stress. So if we can understand that and we can realize that discomfort is where the egg cracks to get us to be successful. I'm not going to say it's a picnic, all right? But I am going to tell you that it is something pretty amazing. Pretty amazing because people don't realize one thing: the amazingness of our bodies, and how when we get into discomfort, the body goes into this fight or flight mode, and it's trying to protect us at all costs. But sometimes in its protection, it blocks us in the very thing that we're trying to do because of a safety system. All right. I think that's an important one. Number 7, guys, observation without judgment reduces unnecessary stress. Observation without judgment reduces unnecessary stress. Yeah. So if you don't judge, you're kinder, but you're also someone that is, let's say, more in a line with people. Number 8, guys, stillness sharpens perception. When we're still, we become aware. We can hear things. We can see things. We're in the moment. We're present. Like when we do the breathing exercises, right? We're in that moment. We're in that moment. Number 9, guys, presence beats distraction. Your attention is your most valuable asset. Don't let it get distracted. And if something is preventing you from doing something, find a way to stay focused. I know sometimes when I'm doing work and, it seems like, oh, I don't want to do this, I'll put on some music, some energy music, some productivity music, and it's amazing, what happens. All right. Number 9, guys, awareness turns chaos into information. Awareness turns chaos. Because I said before that we can't have chaos when there's organization. We can't have chaos when there's peace, right? Peace, organization. They actually go together. Yeah, they go together. That's important, guys. Number 10, reflection beats reaction. Again, awareness restores personal agency. I think that's something that a lot of people just don't vibe with that. They don't understand that language or that sound or that dynamic, right? Observation becomes intention. Intention becomes the action. 10. Action becomes sustainable momentum. Action becomes sustainable momentum. Action becomes sustainable momentum. And when we understand that action in our life can make a difference for us, well, then it's like we need to change one thing in our life. And if we change that one thing in our life, then it's like suddenly we get this epiphany moment. We get this aha. We get this, oh, now I see how it goes. Now I see how the piece goes, or now I see why they said that, or now I see why we're doing it this way. Right? That's important. So thinking about you right now, thinking about awareness, and I want to go to my good friends here at Merriam-Webster, and I want to look up the definition, guys, for awareness. So we'll go to Merriam-Webster right now. We haven't gone there in a while, and we'll look up awareness. So according to Merriam-Webster, the word awareness is a noun. The quality or state of being aware, and I quote, knowledge and understanding that something is happening or exists, promoting a heightened awareness of the problem or the challenge. So when we raise awareness for something, maybe we're raising awareness for conditions outside, like in California, that it's very dry, to prevent forest fires, right? Forest fires can happen, which we learned not just by, a match dropping for somebody that was smoking that shouldn't be, or they can drop from careless fires. But also they can drop from, a fire can happen by a spark, even from a motorcycle, or even from the heat of the motorcycle, because there's a little bit in there, and that little bit can cause, yes, the forest to catch on fire. So something else that means awareness, attention, knowledge, mindfulness, consciousness, observation, cognizance, understanding, consideration, regard, recognition, discernment, thought, watch, grasp, apprehension. I think the reason many people are not aware, have awareness, is because of the fact that they claim that they don't need to be. But if we look at the adjective, okay, the adjective for awareness is the word aware, A-W-A-R-E. That's an adjective, having or showing realization, perception, or knowledge, according to the folks at Merriam-Webster. Be aware of the danger your motorcycle could have on that forest, right? Be aware on, eating all that chocolate could actually cause you to gain weight quicker without any kind of exercise. There are many states of awareness. I'm not going to get into that today, but I am going to talk about something that's interesting. You can be aware of almost anything. And to try and experiment with me, whether you're if you're driving, obviously don't do this, but if you're able to do this and you're able to visualize with me, I'd like you to, just for a moment, I'd like you just to become aware of the temperature on your left wrist. Okay, just be aware of that. Now be aware of the temperature on your right wrist. Now be aware of the temperature combined on the soles of your feet. Now become aware of the temperature of your skin on the back of your neck. Now be aware of the sensation of your sleeve as it's touching your skin on your arm. If you're wearing socks, be aware of the texture and temperature of the socks that you are wearing. Now, I'm going to ask you to be aware of your heart. Don't change it. Become aware of your heart. Now, you might say, John, I can't. You can. So if you just become quiet, and if you still can't become aware of it, take your left or right hand, dominant hand, and put it over your heart. Okay? And as you do that, you can become aware, not trying to change it, of the heartbeat that you have. And just becoming aware of that will get us to become even more calm. So when we focus on something, we're aware of it. Maybe there is a fish aquarium. I love fish. And maybe you're looking at the fish aquarium. And I want you to be aware of the waterfall in the fish aquarium. Or perhaps the way the fish just swims so effortlessly through the pond or in the aquarium. Right? How about being aware right now of the direction which light is coming into your home? It's the north, the south, the east, the west. How about becoming aware, or your office, I should say, how about becoming aware right now of how my words are hitting your eardrum and being converted electrically to an audible signal, auditory canal? How about becoming aware right now to how your feet, either in shoes or in your socks, how they feel, how the pressure, don't try to change it, how they feel touching the floor. Is it cold? Is it hard? Is it soft? How do you feel? Are you aware of that? How about becoming aware right now of the feeling of your lips touching the top and bottom? When I stop talking, I can feel it. How about becoming aware of your tongue? Right? Maybe some of you salivated when I did that. Become aware right now of your nostrils. Become aware right now of your scalp. Become aware right now of any stress or tension in your body. And just allow that to dissipate at its own rate. How about becoming aware if you're wearing a ring or you're wearing a watch? How about becoming aware of that sensation? Is it tight? Is it loose? Is it just right? But when I tell you to become aware of it, you suddenly notice it. But when you don't notice it, it's like it doesn't, right? It doesn't bother you. But when you become aware of it, you kind of tune into its own world, right? How about becoming aware right now, becoming aware right now of your posture? Is it straight up? Are you slouching? Are you sitting back in the chair comfortably? Are your feet flat on the floor? Are your hands on the desk, the chair? How about noticing your elbows? Are they in the air or are they sitting on the chair? If you have a beverage, become aware of the feeling of picking up the tumbler or the glass. Everything from the temperature, the texture of the glass or the tumbler. Now, become aware of its weight. When you lift it up, you'll notice it's not heavy, it's not light, but it has a weight to it, doesn't it? And that weight allows us to notice something. Now, take that bottle, again, if you're not driving or anything, and take it and just put it to your lips and drink some of it. You can feel the awareness on your lips, and you can feel the awareness the second the water reaches your tongue. How about the awareness of how it reaches your tongue and how it goes to the back of your mouth? You can feel it on your top of your mouth and bottom. And as it goes down, you can feel it going down your throat. Becoming aware of things. So what we just did right there is a very simple progressive relaxation and entry to hypnosis. But you're getting aware. So a lot of times our body is getting so inundated from signals. right? Billions of signals going through our heads all day, but we don't pay attention to all of them. So when we choose to be aware of something, the color of the light, right? Right now we have LED lights and there's a color to that light, right? I can also take here and I can change the light from this color all the way down to a warm color, okay? I used it up at this color, studio light, because I want that white effect. But you can also bring it down. This light has the ability to bring it down. You can see the warmer tone that it brings, okay? The whiter does do, a better job for the camera. But becoming aware of all these things, becoming aware right now of what are you hearing beside me? And just what we did, we got ourselves to tune in. We tuned into a certain channel, right? Just like you tune in on the TV or on your, your iPhone or any kind of radio or internet station, wherever you have. We tune into it. When we tune into something, we sort of block everything else out, don't we? We block everything else. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we move from fear to forward, not louder, not chaos, okay? Just clearer. And when we can be clear, we get insights, we get messages. It's just having the intention and then paying attention to something, right? That attention is very powerful. It allows us to take where we are right now, which is in space, to focusing on something. You could put your attention right now. I have a let me see here. Our school gave these caps. It's a lip balm. So I've got this lip balm here. You may not be able to see it if you're just hearing me, but it's a little thing of lip balm. And what I want you to notice right now is it's a very small lip balm. It's like maybe a little bigger than, I'd say maybe about just from my fingertip down to like just where the first crease of my finger is, maybe a little bit further. And if you can picture this white little round barrel, the barrel is probably no bigger than the circumference of your pinky. And if you could picture right now and be aware of the top of this lip balm and possibly standing right on the top of it. Of course, you have to shrink yourself size down, but you could become aware of that, couldn't you? You could become aware of taking steps on this lip balm. Now, if I took the cover off, which I'm just doing now, and there's a little thing here, I can actually just raise it and just take it and I put it on my lips. And I do that, I can become aware of that, the sensation, the texture. Now, here's the thing. Has an interesting flavor. I can become aware of that before I do it. Now, next time I do it, I know what to expect. People become aware when they get a shot at a medical place, right? Maybe they become too aware of it. So when we want to, let's say, not sense something, we want to distract ourselves. Think about something peaceful, tranquil, right? When we put all our attention to something, we become very aware, hypersensitive, in other words. And if you could think right now how it feels as you're sitting in your chair or your car, how does the chair feel on your butt, your backside? How does that feel? Does the pressure seem right? Does it seem hard? Is it soft? Is it annoying? Now that I've asked you to think about it, you're all thinking about it, right? But then it'll probably fade in a few moments. Like you probably stop thinking about the sensation of your feet. But now that I brought it to your attention, you are. So we have the power and the choice. It's a very interesting lip balm. I'm tasting it. And it has like, I think it's a cherry. Like a cherry something. They don't tell you on here. do not tell you what the color. So what I usually do, because the thing is so small here with the writing. I mean, so you could take your iPhone, okay, and just take a picture of it. And then what I'll do is I will zoom in on it. And it just says acetate vitamin E. But you know what? Manufactured by Snuzz USA in West Jordan, Utah. But I don't really have any details on here about anything else other than how it's made and stuff like, come the ingredients. But it doesn't tell me like the flavors in this, which is kind of interesting. So I want you to, starting today and beyond, become aware of things, whether it's people, whether it's things you touch, and things you want to bring closer into your life, become aware of them. I do a seminar on wealth, taking a dollar bill out, 10, a 20, or even larger. Become aware of the texture of that bill in your fingers, right? Pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Inspirations for Your Life. This is the kickoff for the master topic for today, which is going to be going the entire week. And if you guys missed what the master topic is, I'm going to share it with you. From fear to forward, choosing light, clarity, and momentum. See, the world a lot of times is designed to make us feel fear. I'll tell you why. It's used as a tactic. It's not a good tactic in a nice way, but it gets people to take action, right? When people are fearful, which is what? False evidence appearing real, and it gets into our psyche, you're like, oh my gosh, I better do something, right? That's why a lot of these scammers get all the senior citizens, because they fear something. It hasn't happened yet, but they put the fear of what in them. Okay? That's important. So become aware. You could become aware right now of what it would feel like to hold a glass of orange juice. There's so many things you could become aware of. You could become aware of what it would be to be up on stage and get a standing ovation. So being aware is a choice. If it's something you don't want to feel or don't have, disassociate from that. Become aware of something else, something better. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and evening, and do check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing short form and long form content available 24 hours a day from any of your computers or smart devices. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and you've been watching Inspirations for Your Life. Take care, everyone.